Hello everyone. Welcome back to Amputee Life TV. Here on this channel we get to educate, give you review visual of people living as amputee and how they navigate their daily life activities. Today, we're shining a light on the incredible strength and spirit of the amputee community, a vibrant and diverse group of individuals who've experienced limb loss or limb difference, yet continue to rise above challenges every single day. This community isn't just about adapting, it's about thriving. From personal growth to daily innovation, amputees across the world are showing what it means to live boldly, support each other, and break through boundaries with heart and purpose. Whether it's mastering their mobility aids and embracing the beauty of everyday moments, there's a shared sense of resilience and determination that unites us all. Now, speaking of strength and connection, let's take a moment to revisit previous episodes in this series. If you've been following along, you know that each episode features raw, unfiltered, and uplifting moments from real people living their adaptive journeys. Please stay back and watch as we share with you the empowering stories, Series 13. She stood tall and balanced, relying on the strength of her one leg as she reached up to clean the cabinet. No crutches, no walker, just her, steady and determined. As a one-leg amputee, this moment spoke volumes about how far she had come. What once felt impossible was now part of her routine. She moved carefully but confidently, shifting her weight with control as she is sweeping the floor. Her arms extended with purpose, her core engaged, her body aligned in harmony. Every movement was a reflection of resilience, a dance between balance and intention. Without using any mobility aids, she navigated carefully, restoring order of her space. Cleaning the floor, each stretch and bend was done mindfully, trusting the strength she had built over time. There was no rush, no shortcuts, only focus and quiet pride in what she was accomplishing. This wasn't just about cleaning. It was about capability, about reclaiming her space on her own terms. Another phase of cleaning, and well seated on her wheelchair. She started with the sofas, reaching across each cushion with a dusting cloth in hand. From her seated position, she maneuvered skillfully, pushing the chair, adjusting her angle, leaning forward with balance and control. With the scrubbing machine in hand, as she turned her focus to the floor, maneuvering her wheelchair, scrubbing, and reaching as far as she could, putting strength into every stroke. There was no hesitation, no sign of frustration, only focus. She had learned how to adapt her movements, how to make chores work for her body and her mobility. Her upper body strength and coordination powered every move, and cleaning every path her reflected not just effort, but pride. This wasn't just about hygiene. It was about ownership, self-sufficiency, and the freedom to care for her space without limits. Each chair placed on the table felt like a small victory, not because the task was easy, but because she owned it. She didn't hesitate or second guess. She positioned her wheelchair close to the sofas, trying to rearrange them properly. As a one-leg amputee, she had learned how to make her space work for her, independently, confidently, and with purpose. Today, it was time to rearrange the seating area, and she was ready to handle it. She stood steady on her one leg, with the sofa cover in hand. She leaned forward slightly, adjusting her posture to stay centered. Her arms moved smoothly as she laid the fabric across the sofa, straightening each edge, smoothing out wrinkles, and tucking it into place with practiced ease. There was no need for rush. Every motion was calm and confident. She shifted from one side to the other and hopping gently when needed. Her wheelchair didn't limit her. It empowered her to move and accomplish her goals in her own way. She didn't need to be on two legs to take care of her space. She just needed her will, her wheels, and her unwavering strength. An amputee lady ascending stair, gripping her crutches with purpose. Each step upward is a moment of balance, strength, and calculated control. She plants her crutches firmly, lifts her sound leg with power, and pushes upward, one step at a time. It's not just a physical movement, it's a reflection of her mental resilience. There's a quiet intensity in her eyes, a focus born from resilience. Getting to the top, she takes a moment of pause to catch some breath, but never of doubt. Her unwavering spirit fuels her journey upward. That courage and consistency can carry you far. Using crutches as her mobility guide is a balance of strength, adaptability, and determination. Each day, she relies on her crutches not just for support, but as tools of independence and freedom. With every step, she's mindful of her movement, navigating around with practiced ease. Her crutches become an extension of her body, helping her maintain rhythm and confidence wherever she goes. They're not a symbol of limitation, but of resilience, reminding her, and those around her, that mobility isn't defined by convention, but by the courage to keep moving forward. Crutches serve as a vital mobility aid for an amputee, offering balance, support, and freedom in daily life. With each step, they help her move confidently. More than just tools, her crutches represent her adaptability and strength, allowing her to stay active and independent. She has learned to use them with skill and ease, turning a challenge into a part of her routine. Through them, she proves that mobility may change, but determination and spirit remain constant. She moves through with quiet determination, her body adapting naturally to the rhythm of a one-legged limp. Each step is careful but confident, a testament to her strength and resilience. Gripping her crutches with confidence, stepping forward into a new chapter of life. The journey hasn't been easy, but she refuses to let challenges define her. Instead of focusing on what she's lost, she embraces everything she still has: strength, resilience, and an unbreakable spirit. With every step, she learns something new about herself. She discovers balance, not just in movement but in mindset. She finds joy in small victories, knowing that every step is a symbol of another mile, proving to herself that she is capable. The world may look different now, but she chooses to see possibility instead of limitation. She isn't just adapting, she's thriving. Her crutches aren't a sign of weakness. They are a symbol of her determination, her ability to rise, and her refusal to be held back. This is her new life, and she's embracing it with courage, grace, and unstoppable strength. Transition to using crutches was not just about learning to walk again, it was about rediscovering herself. Day by day, she built strength, finding her rhythm, her confidence, and her own way forward. She learned to trust her body, to rely on her arms and core, and to move with purpose. The crutches, once a symbol of struggle, became tools of independence, allowing her to navigate the world on her terms. With each passing day, she embraced her new reality, proving to herself that strength isn't about how you walk, it's about how you rise. As an amputee, the journey toward fitness looked different, but that didn't stop her. With the guide of her instructor giving support and techniques, routine exercise. This was her time, her space to grow, to move, to push past boundaries she once thought were permanent. Her exercise routine wasn't about comparison or perfection. It was about movement, strength, and healing, from the inside out. She found suitable, adaptive exercises that honored her body, and balanced movements that helped her build stability and confidence. Her body had new rhythms and needs. But she kept showing up. With patience, with pride. She learned to adjust to new techniques, and discovered the joy of progress at her own pace. As an amputee, every workout was an intentional act of strength and self-belief. Instead of seeing limitations, she searched for possibilities, learning to adapt and listen to her body in new ways. She balanced with support, practicing stability on her remaining leg. Through it all, she felt something powerful shift. This wasn't just about staying fit. It was about reclaiming her body, rewriting the way she moved in the world, and proving to herself that strength comes in many forms. With every session, she grew stronger, not just in muscle, but in mindset. She wasn't just rebuilding her body, she was reshaping her confidence, one powerful movement at a time. And in this adaptive, suitable exercise journey, she found not only a way forward, but a version of herself more grounded, capable, and alive than ever before. With consistency, adaptation, and determination, this routine helps build confidence and independence, proving that fitness is always achievable, no matter the circumstance. Maintaining and caring for a prosthetic leg is an essential part of everyday life for many amputees. It's not just about keeping the device in good condition, it's about ensuring comfort, safety, and mobility. She explained more on how she gets to maintain her prosthetic leg.
Tem dias que a gente sente vontade de mudar pequenos detalhes, não porque falte algo, mas porque estamos sempre em transformação. E quando o corpo carrega marcas de superação, cada escolha ganha um novo significado. Hoje esse gesto é mais do que estética, é sobre conexão comigo mesma, sobre olhar para mim e reconhecer tudo que já vivi, tudo que superei e tudo que escolhi ser. A prótese faz parte de mim e merece o mesmo cuidado, o mesmo carinho com que aprendi a me cuidar. Esse toque que coloco agora não é vaidade, é identidade, é liberdade, é força de quem não tem medo de mostrar quem é. Porque ser mulher também é isso, se reinventar com leveza, se olhar com amor e seguir em frente com coragem.
The park was quiet, wrapped in the gentle stillness of a calm afternoon. With no one else in sight, she moved along the pathway, one leg, two crutches, and a heart full of peace. The solitude didn't feel lonely, it felt freeing. It was her time, her space, her world to explore. Each step echoed softly on the path, her crutches making a steady rhythm against the ground. She had trained her body to move with focus, strength, and control. As she carried herself, steady, graceful, and powerful. She paused often, not because she needed to, but because she wanted to. To watch the sunlight dance on the leaves. To admire how the wind gently rippled the surface of the pond. To listen to the birds calling from the treetops, undisturbed. With no one around, she didn't have to explain herself. She didn't have to keep pace or answer curious glances. She simply moved at her own rhythm, strong, intentional, and present. The weight of judgment or pity was gone. What remained was the quiet pride of someone who had come far and learned to find beauty in the stillness. In that moment, under open skies and surrounded by nature, she wasn't thinking about what she had lost. She was focused on what she had: strength, resilience, and the power to keep going. She found a quiet bench beneath a shady tree, the soft rustle of leaves above offering comfort as she lowered herself gently onto the seat. Her crutches leaned beside her, resting just like she was. After walking through the peaceful park on one leg, her body asked for a pause, and she listened. Alone in the park, she felt deeply connected, not to people, but to herself. With no one around, she didn't have to explain herself. She didn't have to keep pace or answer curious glances. She simply moved at her own rhythm, strong, intentional, and present. The weight of judgment or pity was gone. What remained was the quiet pride of someone who had come far and learned to find beauty in the stillness. In that moment, under open skies and surrounded by nature, she wasn't thinking about what she had lost. She paused often, not because she needed to, but because she wanted to. To watch the sunlight dance on the leaves. Her smile wasn't just for the view, it was for herself. For how far she'd come. For how strong she'd become. For how capable she felt in a body that had learned to move differently, but beautifully. This journey through the park was more than just sightseeing. It was a quiet reminder that she was whole, grounded, and beautifully alive. Life as an amputee with a prosthetic is a journey of adaptation, resilience, and independence. Whether adjusting to a new limb or mastering daily activities, each step forward is a testament to strength and determination. From mobility to personal confidence, using a prosthetic opens up opportunities while presenting unique challenges. Being an amputee woman, adjusting to life with a prosthetic leg is a journey filled with challenges, perseverance, and victories. As an amputee, she openly shares her experiences, both the struggles and triumphs, hoping to inspire and support others on similar paths.
Actually, I had to beg doctors to amputate my leg. I was called crazy more times than I can count, and I had to fight my way through the medical system in order to make this happen. But now that I'm an amputee, I live a much happier life. I can actually play with my kids on a playground. I can mow the lawn if I want to. These were all things that I couldn't do before, but people called me crazy for wanting to do them. Now I feel so confident in my amputation and my prosthetic leg that we can go travel the world.
Putting on the prosthetic leg sometime can cause pains due to some issues. She stopped putting it on for some time because of back pains. Let's listen to her further.
I have had this leg for exactly 1 month and I have not been able to wear it, and here's why. 3 days after I got it and was wearing it, my back basically went out. So naturally, I thought, well, I just got my prosthetic leg. Maybe it's that. Let me switch back to my old one and see if this goes away. But the more water I drank, the better my back felt. Does that mean anything? I have no idea yet. But all I know is that my back is finally at a place where I feel comfortable enough to go ahead and switch to my new leg, try it out for a couple days, and see what happens. I also feel like it's short. Even if a prosthetic leg.
With her soft, flexible sleeve liner in hand that protects her residual limb, and she roll it on gently. With pad at the inside button of the prosthetic, she carefully put it on and place a little weight on it.
I'm actually gonna move you guys so that I can walk. I had no idea what the problem actually was, and now that I'm wearing this, it feels really been able to walk.
A smile slowly spread across her face, the kind that comes from deep relief. After months of discomfort, fittings, adjustments, and setbacks, she had finally been fitted with a prosthetic that felt right. One that supported her, matched her stride, and let her walk without the fear of pain stealing her progress. She no longer dreaded leaving the house or taking longer walks. She felt confident standing tall, going about her day without constantly thinking about her leg.
You don't realize how good you have it until your mobility is stripped from you. Being a below-the-knee amputee has taught me patience and that the smallest things in life are the most precious. Now I feel like I can take off running. I can climb the temple steps and jump into the longboats with my feet.
Living with a prosthetic is about more than just mobility. It's about embracing new possibilities, adapting with confidence, and thriving in everyday life. Her story is one of resilience, adaptation, and triumph. Though the road wasn't always easy, she found strength in every challenge, turning obstacles into stepping stones toward a fulfilling and independent life. With determination and the right support, an amputee can achieve anything they set their mind to. For her, crutches weren't just tools. They were lifelines, companions, and daily symbols of strength. As a one-leg amputee, they had become an essential part of her journey, guiding her, supporting her, and helping her reclaim her independence one step at a time. With quiet confidence, she moved forward, each step balanced, measured, and intentional. She had learned to walk using just one crutch, and over time, it became more than just a mobility aid. It was a symbol of her independence, her strength, and the control she had reclaimed over her body and her life. The single crutch supported her rhythm, giving her the balance she needed without holding her back. Her gait had become smooth, practiced, and efficient. She no longer thought twice about the movement, it had become part of her. At one time, even standing felt like a challenge. But now, she walked with a calm, steady poise, navigating her world with grace and resilience. She held herself tall, her one leg strong and her crutch reliable. With focused eyes and steady hands, her crutches firmly in place beneath her arms. Every descent required full attention, a quiet conversation between balance, control, and trust in her body. She moved through the space with a calm, steady rhythm, one leg supporting her body, two crutches guiding her path. Her movements were deliberate, graceful, and filled with quiet strength. There was no need to rush. Each step was measured, each placement of the crutch purposeful. The soft taps of her crutches against the ground were the only sound in the stillness. She had grown used to this rhythm, the subtle shift of balance, the way her body adapted and flowed with the aid of her crutches. There was no struggle in her movements now, only confidence shaped by persistence. She didn't seek attention as she moved, and she didn't need it. Her strength didn't shout, it whispered in every calm, poised stride. With her head high and her gaze forward, she navigated her world with self-assurance, one quiet step at a time. In her solitude, she found power. In her rhythm, she found peace. One leg and two crutches were not her limits. They were her tools, her wings, her way forward. Walking looked different now, but it didn't stop her. With her crutches by her side, she moved through the world with strength, grace, and unwavering spirit. The balance felt unfamiliar, the movement awkward. But with practice and patience, crutches became second nature, an extension of her will to move forward. They offered her not just mobility, but freedom, the ability to stand tall, navigate her world, and move through her days with purpose. Every lift, every stride was powered by her determination. Her arms grew stronger, her confidence steadier. Whether walking through the house or exploring a quiet path, her style spoke before she did, bold, effortless, and uniquely her own. As a prosthetic leg user, she had embraced fashion not as a way to hide, but as a canvas to celebrate her journey, her strength, and her individuality. She chose outfits that blended comfort with confidence. On some days, it was a pair of short jeans and white canvas that subtly revealed her sleek prosthetic leg, a look that said strong and unbothered. But what truly made her style stand out was how she wore everything, with pride. Her prosthetic wasn't a flaw to be hidden. It was part of her identity, and she styled around it with intention and grace. She had learned to choose pieces that not only fit her form but also supported her mobility. Whether adjusting hemlines to avoid snags or selecting footwear that balanced both function and flair, she made fashion work for her. Every outfit told a story. One of resilience, feminine, capable. She had discovered that fashion as an amputee wasn't about limitations, it was about creativity and confidence. Whether she was wearing tailored pants with a side slit to showcase her prosthetic, or short jean with cropped jackets, her style told a story. I am not defined by what I've lost, but by how boldly I choose to live. In her outfit, she saw a woman not just dressed with care, but dressed with purpose. Fashion wasn't just what she wore, it was how she owned every step she took. As a prosthetic leg user, she didn't just wear outfits, she owned them. Her bold outfit style was more than fashion, it was identity, freedom, and a fearless embrace of who she was. Her look was daring, elegant, and unapologetically hers asterisk. She didn't try to blend in. She chose pieces that made her feel seen. Her prosthetic leg wasn't something to hide. It was part of her story, her silhouette, her power. Whether dressed in any suitable outfits, she curated every outfit with intention, to challenge limits, inspire confidence, and redefine beauty on her own terms. She was a walking statement that boldness isn't about perfection, it's about authenticity. Her fashion was a celebration of survival, style, and the strength it takes to be fully visible in a world that once told her to cover up. Radiating grace and confidence, her outfit a perfect reflection of her strength and beauty. She had redefined her own sense of style, blending elegance with empowerment in every look she wore. She had learned to adapt with her prosthetic, not around it. Whether it meant adjusting hemlines, choosing functional yet stylish shoes, or simply standing tall on her heel with her head held high, her fashion sense celebrated who she was, not what she had lost. Her fashion wasn't about hiding, it was about highlighting her journey. She was beauty in motion, strength in fabric, and elegance in every step. And in every outfit she wore, she reminded the world. Beauty has no boundaries, only courage and expression. She positioned her crutches firmly on the ground, took a breath, and began to move, step by step, steady and sure. As a one-leg amputee, walking wasn't just motion, it was a practice in balance, strength, and trust. Her crutches were more than mobility aids, they were her guides, her partners in movement. With each step, she shifted her weight mindfully, letting the crutches lead while her single leg followed with rhythm. Her arms and shoulders worked in harmony, propelling her forward while maintaining balance and control. She had learned how to listen to her body, when to pause, when to lean, when to push. It hadn't always been this smooth. In the beginning, walking with crutches felt awkward, unsteady, even intimidating. But over time, she grew stronger, more confident. She learned how to walk tall, to move with purpose, and to let the crutches support her, not define her. Now, whether she was navigating a quiet path, she moved with confidence. Each motion was a reminder that progress isn't always fast, but it is powerful. With her crutches walking guide, her body aligned, her mind focused. With only one leg beneath her, every step forward was an act of strength and coordination. Her crutches weren't just supports. They were her rhythm, her balance, and her freedom. As a one-legged amputee, walking required full-body awareness. She had learned to shift her weight with control, move her crutches in sync, and lift her body with smooth, deliberate motion. Each swing forward was powered by her core and arms, her single leg landing with intention and grace. At first, it had been slow and uncertain. But now, there was flow. There was confidence. She moved through her environment with determination. Across concrete paths, through doorways, up gentle ramps, navigating it all with poise. Her crutches guided her like trusted companions, keeping her steady as she walked with purpose. They gave her the ability to stand tall, to move freely, to stay active in a world designed for two-legged motion. But she wasn't just walking. She was reclaiming space, one stride at a time. And every step she took on one leg was proof that balance comes not just from the body, but from the will to keep going. As a one-leg amputee, playtime looked a little different, but it was no less powerful. With the basketball gripped firmly in her hands, she focused on the net ahead. She found her balance, planting her one leg strong and steady. Her crutches rested on the grass as she took a moment to aim, her eyes locked on the rim. This was more than just play. It was joy, movement, and freedom in motion. She retrieved the ball, crutched back to her spot, and did it again, each throw a celebration of ability, not limitation. Being an amputee, dressing had once felt like a challenge, a sequence of adjustments and careful thought, but now it had become a ritual of comfort and confidence. She approaches dressing up with both practicality and style, finding ways to express herself through fashion while accommodating her unique needs. As an amputee, she has developed creative strategies to dress comfortably and confidently. Every choice she made was intentional, clothes that allowed her to move freely, feel at ease, and still look effortlessly put together. Despite the challenges of dressing with living life as an amputee, her focus is on comfort, but she never compromises on her sense of fashion. Whether she's dressing up for a formal event or just a casual day out, she uses her dress as a way to express her personality and embrace her journey as an amputee with confidence and pride. This flexible, random technique allows her to stay creative and maintain a sense of autonomy. With her outfit complete, she caught her reflection in fulfillment. Stepping out, she knew she was ready, not just dressed for the outing, but dressed in confidence. With her pair of short and a top body hugged wear, which gives her comfort and allowed easy movement with her prosthetic leg. Today she had an appointment with her prosthetist, a visit that meant adjustments, fine-tuning, and progress. For her, it wasn't just about showing up. It was about feeling good in what she wore, about stepping into the day with quiet confidence. Even though as a prosthetic leg user, she doesn't let it dictate her day-to-day dressing routine. Instead, she adapts to the leg, ensuring she's comfortable while still embracing the style and practicality she enjoys. What she felt wasn't just practicality, it was a woman dressed with comfort, with self-assurance, and embracing her day on her own terms. Her prosthetic takes important measures for adjustment and fine-tuning. She stood balanced on her prosthetic leg, with slow, deliberate care as she began her early routine of cleaning her restroom. Each motion was measured, not rushed. She knew her balance mattered as much as the task itself. For her, it wasn't just about keeping her space spotless. It was about the sense of independence and control that came with it. With her prosthetic supporting her every step, she didn't just clean her restroom, she reclaimed her morning. When it comes to mopping the floor tile, she adjusted her balance, planting her prosthetic firmly while moving the mop in long, even strokes. She worked patiently, shifting her weight with practice, each motion a reminder of how naturally she had learned to adapt. It was a small routine, an ordinary chore, yet in it was something greater, a sense of calm, capability, and pride in shaping her day from the very first hour. The clean tiles, the fresh scent, the neat arrangement of towels, all spoke of care, of presence, of beginning the day with intention. She didn't wait for the perfect moment, she created it. As a one-leg amputee, she had learned that happiness isn't something handed to you, it's something you choose to build, day by day, moment by moment. Whether it was dancing in her living room, she embraced the beauty of small joys. Her prosthetic were part of her world, but never the limit of her experience. She moved through life with grace, strength, and a spark that couldn't be dimmed. There were tough days, yes, but she didn't let them steal the light. She celebrated progress, however small. She learned to smile for no reason, to dress in ways that made her feel powerful, to stand tall, on one leg with full heart. Her happy moments weren't made of perfection. They were made of presence, of gratitude, of choosing joy, again and again, despite it all. Her prosthetic didn't hold her back, it moved with her. It became part of her freedom, not her limitation. She didn't wait for happiness to arrive. She created it, step by step. And in those moments, big and small, she lived fully, boldly, and beautifully. And in doing so, reminding herself, Happiness isn't about what you've lost, it's about how beautifully you live with what you have. She sat on the edge of her sofa, a calm focus in her eyes. It was time to change her prosthetic leg task she had once found daunting, but now approached with quiet confidence. She demonstrated the process. Let's watch.
Leg is on its last leg, and what that means is that this leg is no longer working, which means I need to pop on the spare. Alyssa, how do you know it's not working? Let me show you the difference. It's not supposed to do that. It's not just free flowing. Popping on the spare. These toes are white. These toes are French tip, and these toes are French tip. So I gotta swap the feet out too. Look at it. You guys remember my Iron Man leg? Oh my gosh. We're back, baby, we're back. My toes match. Through here. Now we are all switched out. I got my working spare on.
She stood tall, her prosthetic leg firmly in place, steady beneath her as she prepared to move through her day. For her, the prosthetic wasn't just a piece of equipment, it was a vital part of her freedom. A partner in motion, a symbol of resilience. As a one-leg amputee, she had come to rely on her prosthetic leg not as a crutch, but as support, a powerful tool that helped her reclaim her independence. Her prosthetic leg supported her physically, yes, but it also supported her emotionally. It reminded her that she had not just survived her limb loss, she had adapted. She had risen. And now she moved not in spite of it, but with it. With quiet focus and steady hands, seated close to the refrigerator wide open, determined to give it the refresh it needed. As a one-legged amputee using a wheelchair, one by one she picks up each items, cleaning, wiping the surfaces, and organizing with care. Every items were placed upright, and containers aligned just right. She didn't rush. Every motion was a mix of efficiency and thoughtfulness. She balanced strength and precision, adapting her space to meet her needs. In that small but significant moment, she reminded herself, mobility may shift, but independence remains hers to claim. The soft hum of the vacuum filled the kitchen as she maneuvered with purpose, her wheelchair gliding effortlessly over the tiles. As a one-leg amputee, she had learned to adapt every movement, combining strength, balance, and creativity in all she did. With one hand on the vacuum handle and the other skillfully guiding her chair, she tackled every corner of the floor. It wasn't just about cleaning, it was about showing that her independence remained untouched. Her wheelchair wasn't just for mobility, it was her trusted partner in motion, helping her navigate every task with confidence. She had transformed her approach to everyday living, and home cleaning was no exception. The wheelchair gave her the freedom to pivot and conserve energy while covering every corner of her home. She had adapted her cleaning routine to fit her needs, turning every challenge into a creative solution. Each chore completed was more than just a task checked off, it was a quiet triumph. Her wheels didn't slow her down. They empowered her to keep her space just the way she liked it. Clean, cared for, and full of life. Independence isn't always loud, it's in the everyday actions. And for her, the wheelchair wasn't a limitation, but a tool that kept her moving forward. With determination and adaptability, she transforms everyday chores into manageable, even empowering, routines. Each task completed is a reminder of her ability to shape her environment and maintain independence on her own terms. Maintaining a tidy home is essential for comfort and well-being, and for her as an amputee, implementing specific strategies and utilizing assistive devices can make household tasks more manageable. Every item had its place, the floors were spotless, and the soft scent of a freshly cleaned home lingered in the air. With her wheelchair mobility, she had learned to navigate and adapt, finding efficient ways to tidy up, balancing and moving across the space with ease. Her home wasn't just clean, it was a reflection of her independence and determination. Each chore, no matter how small, was a reminder that she was capable of maintaining her space just as well as anyone else. Her resilience shines through in every chore she completes, showing that with the right mindset and support, no task is too big to tackle. Her approach to life is a blend of strength and positivity, inspiring everyone around her. Everything was in order, and that feeling of accomplishment filled her with quiet contentment. Stepping with quiet focus, her body upright, her grip firm on the underarm crutches guiding her every move. Each step is measured, deliberate, not rushed, not hesitant. The rhythm between her arms and her one remaining leg is something she has learned over time. With every motion, she proves that movement is still hers to own. As she makes her way down the walkway, you notice her determination isn't loud, it's calm, controlled, and deeply rooted. Her crutches aren't just tools, they're extensions of her willpower, allowing her to navigate the world with dignity and independence. The sound of the rubber tips meeting the pavement echo gently, a steady beat that matches her internal drive. There's no frustration, just flow. This is her routine now, a skill honed by repetition and resilience. She scans her path ahead, analyzing slopes, curves, and terrain. Nothing is too daunting. She's already overcome greater challenges than uneven ground. People around may glance, but she doesn't mind. She's not looking for attention. She's focused on her destination, and more than that, on the journey itself. Her balance is impressive, her movements fluid. You can tell she's practiced, pushed through setbacks, and learned to trust her body again. Her pace is steady, confident. There's something powerful in how she moves, not in spite of the crutches, but with them. They support her, yes, but they don't define her. Her strength is internal, showing up in every smooth transition, every stride forward. She navigates carefully, shifts her weight once more, and continues on without hesitation. The world doesn't slow down for anyone, and she's decided not to slow down for it either. Near the end of her route, there's a slight incline. She breathes in, leans forward slightly, and presses on. Each push of the crutches into the ground propels her forward with strength and grace. Her movements tell a story, not just of adaptation, but of mastery. For her, crutches weren't just tools. They were lifelines, companions, and daily symbols of strength. They had become an essential part of her journey, guiding her, supporting her, and helping her reclaim her independence one step at a time. Her crutches become an extension of her body, helping her maintain rhythm and confidence wherever she goes. They're not a symbol of limitation, but of resilience, reminding her, and those around her, that mobility isn't defined by convention, but by the courage to keep moving forward. With smile and quiet satisfaction of glaring on her face, because to her, mobility isn't about perfection, it's about possibility. And with her crutches, she's walking into every possibility she chooses. We're stepping into the daily routine and empowering fashion journey of an amputee who is not only embracing her prosthetic limb with pride, but also showing the world that style and strength go hand in hand. Her style spoke before she did, bold, effortless, and uniquely her own. As a prosthetic leg user, she had embraced fashion not as a way to hide, but as a canvas to celebrate her journey, her strength, and her individuality. She chose outfits that blended comfort with confidence. But what truly made her style stand out was how she wore everything with pride. She had learned to choose pieces that not only fit her form but also supported her mobility. Different daily routine. With care, she takes her liner, a soft, flexible sleeve that protects her residual limb, and begins to roll it on. The liner hugs her skin snugly, creating a smooth surface and a secure fit for her prosthetic leg. This step is more than just preparation. It's part of her ritual, a moment that connects her to her strength and resilience. Once the liner is in place, she reaches for her prosthetic, aligning it carefully before securing it with practiced hands. She carefully aligns the prosthetic socket with her residual limb. Every outfit told a story, one of resilience, of self-love, of beauty redefined. In her clothes, in her posture, in the way she carried herself, there was no hesitation. Just power, elegance, and a woman who had turned her prosthetic into a part of her personal style statement. Her posture confident, her spirit radiant. Fashion wasn't about hiding, it was about expressing. It's not just about getting ready for the day, it's about starting strong, feeling good, and owning every step of the process. This moment is about care, not rush. You can see the mindfulness in her expression. For her, this isn't just prep, it's a form of self-respect. Holding her liner in hands, a soft and flexible sleeve that protects her residual limb, the liner hugs her skin snugly, creating a smooth surface. Once the liner is on, she smoothly secures her prosthetic leg, locking it into place. She stands and balances herself, taking a short moment to ground. Now it's time to dress, and this is where her personality begins to shine. She chooses a stylish pair of tailored trousers that hug just right, allowing her prosthetic to move freely. She pairs it with a soft, oversized button-down shirt, something that feels relaxed but polished. She's not rushing through this moment. Dressing isn't a chore, it's a priority. It sets the tone. It's how she tells the world, I'm ready. I'm proud. I'm showing up. We also see her testing out a second look. High-waisted denim, a tank top tucked in neatly, and a denim jacket layered over it. And just like that, fashion becomes freedom. Throughout this routine, the message is clear. Adaptation doesn't mean limitation. She's made space in her life to care for herself, to look good, and most importantly, to feel good. Whether it takes a little extra time or some custom choices, she owns the process. The amputee community. Strength in every step. When people hear the word amputee, they often think of physical loss. But spend time within the amputee community, and you'll quickly realize, it's not about what's missing, but what's thriving. This is a space full of fighters, survivors, creators, athletes, dreamers, and everyday people redefining life on their own terms. From the moment someone undergoes limb loss, everything changes. Daily routines, mobility, mental health, body image, it all shifts. But in the face of that shift, the amputee community steps up. Whether online or in person, this community becomes a lifeline. A place where stories are shared, encouragement flows freely, and questions are met with real answers, not just sympathy. There's something powerful about being surrounded by people who understand not just the physical challenges, but the emotional ones too. People who know what it feels like to take that first step with a prosthetic, or navigate stairs on crutches, or decide whether to wear shorts in public and show their residual limb with pride. It's not just about adapting physically, it's about reclaiming your sense of self. In this community, inspiration is everywhere, but not the kind that feels polished or performative. It's raw, it's real, it's the mom balancing home life and limb care. The athlete training with support of mobility aids. The beauty of the amputee community is its diversity, not just in who we are, but how we adapt. Some use prosthetics, others prefer crutches or wheelchairs. Some dance, some on adventure, some struggle in silence until they find the courage to reach out. And when they do, they find others who say, I see you. I've been there too. Social media has become a major connector. Instagram, YouTube, TikTok platforms where amputees share everything from workout routines to fashion tips, mental health check-ins, or just their daily lives. That visibility matters. It tells others, especially those newly adjusting, that life after limb loss isn't just possible, it can be vibrant and full. But it's not always easy. Phantom pain, socket issues, access to prosthetic care, public spaces that still aren't truly accessible, these are real battles many amputees face every day. And that's why community matters. Because healing is not just medical, it's social. It's emotional. It's spiritual. Healing grows stronger when it's shared. Across the globe, amputee support groups, advocacy organizations, peer mentors, therapists, and prosthetists all contribute to the wider network that keeps this community going. Whether you've been an amputee for 10 years or 10 days, there's space for you. Your story belongs. So, when we talk about the amputee community, we're talking about something powerful. Not just a group of people who've lost limbs, but a global family learning to live in bold, adaptive, resilient ways. Each step on a prosthetic, a crutch, or even hopping is filled with intention. To anyone listening who is an amputee, or who loves someone who is, know this, you're not alone. You're part of a community that walks with courage, lifts each other up, and proves every day that disability is not the end of the story, it's the beginning of a new one. This is the amputee community. Real, resilient, and full of heart. And whether you're just discovering it or already living it, you belong here. Life as an adventurous amputee is all about resilience, courage, and breaking boundaries. For many, adventure is about pushing limits, exploring the unknown, and embracing the thrill of the journey. For her as an amputee who relies on forearm crutches, adventure is a way of life. From rugged trails of the serene adventure atmosphere, she refuses to let anything slow her down. Her journey begins with preparation, choosing the right gear, adjusting her crutches for stability, and planning her route. Whether it's hiking up scenic trails, navigating rocky beaches, or exploring historical landmarks, she moves with determination and confidence. Each step she takes is a testament to her resilience, proving that adventure isn't about how you travel but about the spirit you carry. There are challenges, of course, steep inclines, uneven terrain, and moments of exhaustion, but she meets them with grit. She adapts, finding creative ways to maneuver through obstacles, often filled with inspiration. Her adventures aren't just about conquering landscapes, they're about embracing life on her terms. Whether she's camping under the stars, kayaking across a serene lake, or simply exploring new cultures, her journey is a reminder that adventure belongs to those who dare to chase it, no matter how they walk through life. Whether she's hiking rugged trails, conquering steep hills with her son, or exploring new cities with her crutches, she refuses to let anything hold her back. Every step she takes with the crutches is a testament to her determination. From the adrenaline rush of rock climbing to the peaceful solitude of kayaking through misty lakes, her adventures are as diverse as they are inspiring. She faces challenges head-on, adapting and finding new ways to navigate the world. With her crutches firmly in hand, she stood at the edge of the trail, the crisp air filling her lungs. The path ahead was rugged, winding through towering sight and rocky terrain, but that only fueled her excitement. Adventure wasn't about limitations, it was about finding new ways to experience the world, and she had no intention of holding back. Each step was a challenge, but also a triumph. She navigated uneven ground with determination, her arms strong, her balance steady. The feeling of independence, of conquering the outdoors on her own terms, was exhilarating. Whether it was hiking up a hill, crossing each area, or feeling the rush of the wind at a scenic overlook, she embraced every moment. Each experience reinforcing her belief that limitations exist only in the mind. More than just physical adventures, her journey is also about inspiring others. Thrilling life is possible for anyone, regardless of ability. She embodies the spirit of adventure, reminding the world that strength isn't just about muscles, it's about heart, determination, and the will to keep moving forward. She wasn't just moving through the world, she was conquering it, proving that adventure belonged to those who dared to seek it, no matter how they moved. Life as an amputee is a journey of adaptation, resilience, and self-discovery. It comes with unique challenges, from navigating physical spaces to managing daily tasks and maintaining emotional well-being. However, it also presents opportunities for growth, strength, and a new perspective on life. Keeping up as an amputee requires resilience, adaptability, and a proactive approach to daily life. Whether adjusting to a prosthetic limb, using mobility aids, or navigating accessibility challenges, staying active and independent is a continuous process. Regular physical therapy and strength training help maintain mobility and balance. For those using prosthetics, ongoing adjustments ensure comfort and functionality. Wheelchair users focus on upper body strength for movement and daily tasks. Amputees often find creative ways to handle routine activities, from dressing and cooking to driving and working. Adaptive tools, home modifications, and accessibility resources make life easier. Confidence and mental strength are just as important as physical ability. Support groups, counseling, and connecting with other amputees help in navigating challenges. Self-care, mindfulness, and embracing a positive mindset contribute to overall well-being. Many amputees engage in sports, yoga, or cardio workouts to stay fit and strong. Adaptive fitness options and specialized equipment allow for a wide range of activities. Keeping up as an amputee is about finding balance, staying determined, and pushing past challenges to lead a fulfilling and active life. For many, the early stages involve learning how to move differently, whether using a prosthetic limb, crutches, or a wheelchair. Physical therapy plays a vital role in regaining mobility and independence. and practice, they become second nature. Beyond the physical aspect, the emotional journey is just as significant. Self-acceptance, confidence, and finding support from loved ones are the amputee community help in overcoming challenges. Many amputees discover new passions, engage in adaptive sports, and prove that life can still be full of adventure and achievement. An amputee adaptive life is a journey of resilience, strength, and continuous adjustment. Whether she lost a limb due to illness, accident, or a medical condition, she faces daily challenges that require both physical and emotional adaptability.
Amputee Life TV. Please kindly subscribe. Thank you.